What's good, YouTube? It's the Christ Leviathan Prophecy, and we're back again talking about the New York Giants. Um, so, so where should I start with the New York Giants? This whole Odell Beckham Jr. talk is just nonsense, to be honest with you. It doesn't make any sense for him to come back here. Um, I believe the last time he was here, Eli Manning was under center, throwing him the football. Now, obviously, what he said in that Lil Wayne interview, if you want to go back and look at that in Lil Wayne interview, um, he basically threw the Giants organization and Eli Manning under the bus. You know, um, I believe what he did here at the time was great. You know, a lot of one-handed catches that resulted into L's. He had a losing record with us. Now I'm not here to throw shade at Odell. I'm pretty sure Odell is a cool dude. I'm just here to talk to him as a football player, and what I saw from the time he was drafted by the time he left. He was putting butts in seats, but he wasn't winning games. Even when he had Sterling Shepard, I believe Sterling Shepard was a rookie when he was still there. I believe Odell was in his third year when Sterling Shepard was here. Victor Cruz was obviously a veteran. Um, and obviously Jerry Reese went out to, spend money on the defense, which it worked. We had Olivier Vernon, we had Snacks Harrison, we had Janoris Jenkins, we had JPP, we had Landon Collins, and in 2016, our defense was holding, our defense was our offense, you know. We was dead last in the league in scoring. Rushing yards, we were 23rd, but our defense was ranked 4th. So that's how we was able to win a lot of those games. Because when we did score, we would have to rely on our defense to shut the game down or take over and win the game. Whether it was by interception or fumble, that's how we won 90% of our games. It wasn't because of Odell. Yes, Odell was putting butts in seats, but he wasn't winning games for us. We had a losing record with Odell. Not a lot of people want to mention that. A lot of people just want to highlight the good that he did. You know? But for the reason why I believe Odell shouldn't come here is because we're not ready. And I believe Odell wants to go to a contending team. And we're not a contending team. We're not. It's not like when people say we don't have wide receivers, I believe when they say we don't have wide receivers, I believe when they say that, they're basically saying that we don't have household name receivers. We don't have a Diggs. We don't have a Stephon Diggs. We don't have a Chase. We don't have, a Mike Evans. We don't have, a Cooper Kupp. We don't have those, not Steve Smith, Devontae Smith. We don't have a Curtis Samuel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look across the NFC East, every single team in that division outside of us have a top 1, top 2, top 3 receiver. Dallas, they got Cooper Kupp. No, not Cooper Kupp. They got CB Lamb. They got Gallup. Washington, they got Curtis Samuel. They got that Landry dude. I forgot his name. If you look at the Eagles, they got A.J. Brown. They got Devontae Smith. So if you look across our division, three of our division foes have top-notch receivers. We don't have a number one or a number. We had a number one in Odell Beckham Jr. He just couldn't live up to high expectations, you know. And before him, we had Plaxico Burrs, who was our number one. We had Toomer, we had Steve Smith, we had Maureen Manningham, we had Steve Smith, we had Akeem Mix, we had Victor Cruz, you know. So we had pretty good. Obviously, we had Ruben Randall. So we had great receivers. They're like they weren't household name receivers, but they were consistently good receivers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe Odell Beckham Jr. wants to come here because number one, we're not a championship ready team. We're just not. Not the way the offense has been looking. I understand we have a great record. We're 7-4. But I honestly believe Odell Beckham Jr. wants to win another championship, and I don't think him going to or him coming to us is going to solve anything because we're just gonna be one and done in the playoffs. You know, I'm pretty sure Odell is better left off with a contending championship, like the Bills. I could see him going to the Bills. I could see him going to I could see him going to the Chiefs. You know, just a contending championship team. Now, obviously, he's looking for that bag, and that's the only reason why I think teams are hesitant not to give him that. You know, because I don't think he wants to play for the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Because Odell Beckham Jr. is just too good for that. You know what I'm saying? I believe like he's just too good for that. You know, like he's not gonna settle for less. But again, that's understanding the team concept. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to take less to to help the team. Because if you take that bag, that's gonna handicap the team moving forward. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna handicap the team moving forward. Like why you think the Patriots was always constantly good? You know what I'm saying? Because they took less. They didn't overpay for players. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they didn't even pay Randy Moss what he they didn't even pay for Randy Moss, and I believe Randy Moss could have took the bag. But Randy Moss knew that if he took all that money, there was not going to be no flexibility moving forward. So he said that, yeah, you just give me what you can, you know what I'm saying, to help the team, him and Wes Welker, and they made it happen. They made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Obviously, they didn't win it, but you could see how it affected them. Defensively, offensively, they were pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They were nearly darn good. So I think that's what Odell Beckham Jr. fails to understand. Like, yes, you want to get the money. I understand that. But in order for that to happen, you have to take less. You're in the stage. You like Odell right now is in his past his prime. Coming off an injury, there's no way in hell a team is going to give you that much money, unless they're stupid. You know, I can highly see the Cowboys giving you all that money because they're the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see him coming here. And Giants fans need to stop it because it's really getting ridiculous. Like if he was good, like Odell Beckham Jr. when he got drafted here, he missed the first 4 games of his season due to a hamstring injury. So he didn't even hit the game. He didn't even hit the ground running week 1. It took him 4 games to obviously come together, and that game came against the Falcons. You know, when he snagged 1 touchdown. You know, and obviously Victor Cruz went down, and then obviously he became the vocal point of that offense, which when he did win Rookie of the Year and he won Player of the Year, we had a bad record. We had a bad record. And then everything just went down here, from there. So, Giants fans, you just need to look forward to the future. And the future is these draft picks that we have. You know, whether or not it's the first round, second round, we have to draft a wide receiver. We did not draft a wide receiver this year. Maybe if we did, it would have helped. But, we drafted Tavon Thibodeau. A lot of people thinking that he's a bust because he only has 1 sack. And that's true. Most defensive players, they struggle their first year. OC, as great as he was, he struggled his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Hell, he don't even have his jersey retired. Now, I'm not saying that every Giant that comes here have to get their jersey retired, but OC was a household name. He helped us deliver 2 championships. Justin Tuck helped us deliver 2 championships. JBP helped us deliver the second championship. You know? Like, I believe there's 4-3. I'm just going to move on from Odell because I think, what Odell did here, what Odell Beckham Jr. did here, it wasn't memorable. Maybe the catch was. That's why a lot of people saying it was the most talked about catch. It don't matter if the Cowboys won, which obviously they did, but that wasn't the talk of the game. The talk of the game was the catch. But obviously, I think Odell Beckham Jr. knows what he wants at the end of the day. Whether or not he wants to join the Cowboys, him, CB Lamb, Gallup, you know, the sky's the limit. I guess more weapons for Dak. You know what I'm saying? But if he really wants to win another championship, he'll do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I think I think the Chiefs need more wide receiver help than any other team. I don't think he wants to go back to the Rams. He could look at Buffalo. He could look at Lamar Jackson in the Ravens. Him and you know what I'm saying. So there's like different options that he can choose from. But He said that he narrowed it down to the Cowboys and the Giants. So I guess those are all the two teams that can afford him. But anyways, man, I'm gonna move on. So the Giants right now are playing in a 3-4 scheme, right? And when you play in a 3-4 schemes, you need a lot of athletic linebackers. That's how the Ravens, that's how some teams who play in a 3-4 were very good at it. The Giants were very good at it in the 80s because they had Carl Banks and Lawrence Taylor and Carson. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any of those players. Our bread and butter was going after the quarterback and playing a 4-3. Now, obviously, we did mix it up. We didn't totally play a 4-3. We like, you could switch your schemes up. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people don't understand. You can switch your schemes up. You don't really have to play a 3-4. Like when we won our first Super Bowl, we played a 3-4 and a 4-3. But we played it in jumbo. The same thing when, in 2016, we played I think it was called a jumbo pack, which is like 3 linebackers, 4 defensive ends, and 2 safeties, you know? So that's how we was getting pressured. Now, when you're playing a 3-4, you blitz a lot. That's what comes with it. You blitz a lot. That's like a team shooting threes all day. You live by the three, you die by the three. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. If you don't get there in time, you're gonna get smoked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get a lot of busted coverages if you don't get there in time. If you get there in time, then kudos. But if you don't, wide open, busted coverage. Probably 70% of the time, if you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The Giants need to go back to a 4-3. I don't think playing in the 3-4 in this day and age is helping the Giants at all. What made the Giants was getting after the quarterback. We had